Okay, so we are going to discuss about Java OOPS concept. Okay, so what are the main OOPS concepts? So what are the main OOPS concept in Java? Okay, so let me note down. Yeah, recording already started. So the main OOPS concept in Java is four concepts are there. So one is abstraction. Second one, encapsulation. And third one, polymorphism. And fourth one, inheritance. So in the interviews, people are asking, can you please explain OOPS concept and where you have used this OOPS concept? This is the question by default people are asking in the interviews. Okay, so in Selenium, the common question is weights. Okay, so if you attend Selenium interview, the common question is weights. Similarly, from Java concepts also, they will ask you this question. Okay, so this is the default question people are asking in all the interviews. So in today's class, we are going to learn about this OOPS concept. So first of all, we have to know. So far we know how to create a TestNG class, we know. Okay, but we are not sure how to create a Java class file and what are the concepts so we are going to see the examples on every topic now. Okay, so I'm going to create a package here. So this is the package I have created. Okay, so we know how to create the TestNG class. Okay, so to create the TestNG class, what we are doing, we are navigating to TestNG and we are clicking on create TestNG class. If it is a Java class file, okay, you have to navigate to like this new. Hello, can you please go on mute everyone?
Huh?
Okay. So to create a Java class file, so we have to right click on the package, go to new and click on class. Okay, so I'm clicking on class and I'm creating a class name as TC01. TC01 class I'm creating. And here I am selecting the default method name as public static void main. So this is the method I'm selecting. So that main method will be created automatically. So whenever you are creating TestNG class, what is the default method it is creating? @test. Test method is creating. And if you want to create a default method as main method, you have to select this one. And I'm clicking on finish. See, public static void main. So this is the main method got created automatically. Understood everyone? So, okay. So I'm creating one more class. So just right click, go to new and click on class. And I'm writing class name as TC02. And I'm selecting, hello, can you please go on mute? I'm going to remove from the group. So I'm selecting TC02 and I'm selecting main method. See, just I'm clicking on finish. See, this is the main method got created automatically. Okay. So what is the difference between TestNG class and Java class file means? In TestNG class, you will see the method name like this. How you will see public void and test1. Some method name by default, it will populate F like this, it will populate. And here it will be populated as @test. Okay. So wherever you are writing @test, that method we can call it as a main method. But in Java, wherever the method naming having public static void main method, so that method we can call it as a main method. So remaining, suppose if you want to write your Selenium program, you can write it here, WebDriver, okay, driver, and you can write it here like this, and you can import, okay, and here you can write. So this method will act as the main method. You no need to write @test. If it is a testng class, we will write @test. If it is a normal Java class, this method will act as a main method. Okay, you can write all the methods, and you can write set of driver instructions in this method, so that all lines of code will be executed. Clear to everyone? What is the difference between testng class and main method? Okay, so a Java class contains public static void main string arguments like this. Okay, so now we need to discuss about, okay, so now we are going to discuss about, one second. Okay, so now I am going to discuss about, okay, so this, like this, we are going to create the Java class files. Okay, so now I'm closing this one.
Sir?
Yes.
When to use main class Java class files, or when to use testng classes, sir?
Generally, we will write programs in the testng class, but sometimes in any of the projects, people are not following testng. Then your method program execution will start from this method only. So you need to understand.
Okay.
So if people are following a testng, then it is fine. If people are following Java class, then all the methods will be called in this method. Okay, that's it all. Maven build lo. అర్థం కాల క్వశ్చన్. చేయొచ్చు. యా we can write Java programs and we can write testng programs. Just a difference ఏంటంటే main where your program execution will start. That's it only. Okay na? Right. So now I am going to create a class name as student. So I'm creating a class name as student. I'm selecting public static void main string arguments of. Okay, so right. So the student class contains some information. Okay, so now I want to explain something. Suppose a student has joined in a college. Okay, what is the information that we will capture? Student number, student name, and student contact number. So this is the information I'm taking. Okay, student contact. Okay, and I want to maintain data string. Okay, college name, comma, college address. Right. So suppose a student is joined. So this is the data global variables I'm going to declare in my class. Okay, suppose let us assume student 1 joined. Okay, student 1 joined, and I will capture the information 100, student number, student name is Ravi, and student contact number is some mobile number. Okay, suppose student, so and college number and college name, I want to maintain it as JNTU college. Okay, and college address Hyderabad. Okay, suppose if student 2 is joined in JNTU college, what is the information that I will capture? For student 2 object, I have to capture 200 and Kiran and his mobile number. Okay, and college name is JNTU and address is Hyderabad. So like this, for a student student S1 is equal to new student of, and S1 dot, I'm giving these values. Okay, these input values I'm giving. That means student 1 object contains this information. Student 2 contains this information. So student 3 contains another information. So here, what is the common data for all the students?
College name, address.
College
JNTU
name,
Hyderabad.
college name and
Address.
college address is common for all the students. Okay, but where is the data it is changing? For student number, student name, and student contact. So this is the data it is changing for every object. So we have to declare these variables as static. Understood? Because that is a global data for all the objects. Okay, and this we no need to declare it as static. Static means it's a global data. Okay, so that's why, so in this example, so I'm going to declare these things like this. So I'm going to my program and I'm declaring like this. Understood, everyone? So student number, one second, and student name means string. So okay, so student number, student name, and student contact number. So this one also I'm taking into string only. So college name and college address, this is common for all the objects. So let me declare the college name as JNTU. College address as Hyderabad. Because this is the global data for all the objects. Okay. This coach. So clear to everyone why I have declared static means. So student, every student contains college name and college address is common. That's why it's a global data for all the students. That's why I have written like this. Okay. So string, it contains some value. Okay. So we are going to give some value for the student name. Suppose student name is equal to some Ravi, something like that. We have to initialize the value. So that's so we will take string. Okay, so right now I don't have any object. I have not created any object in the main method. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you one new concept. Now I'm going to tell you one new concept as constructor. What is the concept? Constructor. Okay, what is mean by constructor? So how to create a constructor? Let me tell you that one. One second. Okay, this something it has been. One second. So I want to create a constructor. Okay, in the interviews, people are asking, can you write a constructor and write a sample program on a constructor? People are asking. So how to create a constructor means, so simply we can write like this, student of, and we can write like this. So this is called a constructor. Okay, so this is called default constructor, system.out.println. Okay, default constructor. What is the purpose of constructor? I'm going to tell you now. So for what is the difference between method and constructor means? A constructor which doesn't have any return type. So this is called public void. So void means, so generally we will write a method syntax as public void and method name. So but for constructor we won't write anything. Simply we can write class name of. So this is called class name and method name should be same. So that is, we can call it as a constructor. Okay, and the what are the types of constructor means? Constructor with parameters. So now let me write the constructor with parameters. So I'm going to write int is, okay, I'm going to write integer student number and integer student contact number and string s name. So this is called parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor. Okay. So I have created a constructor with parameters. Okay. So here in this parameter, we will write like this. This dot. Okay, what is mean by this? We are going to discuss now. So this dot student number is equal to. So I'm specifying this is the local variable. Okay. And so I'm giving the local variable parameter and student name, control C, and I'm giving the local variable. So like this, like this, we can write constructor with parameters. Understood, everyone? So what is this? What is this explanation we are going to see now? Okay. So how to write a constructor means, so constructor with parameter, we will write like this. So you can declare global variables and you can assign the global variables like this. So this means this represents current object. What is mean by current object? I will tell you. So suppose student S1 has been created, S1 dot number, S1 dot S contact number, and student dot S name. So like that. So now I'm going to, so like this, I have written a constructor with parameter. Okay. So now I'm going to create an object in main method for the current class. So how to create the object for a current class? This is my class. I want to create an object here. So how can I create? Student object.
Object name equals to new.
Object
S1
name
equals to
S1
new,
is equal to
new student of.
new student of. Okay. So like that, we have created an object for the current class. So whenever this line will execute, so this is the student of, this is the default constructor will be executed. See, student of means, so even if you are not writing also, by default, that constructor will be applicable. Suppose if I have not specified also, by default, the constructor, it doesn't contains any input values. It doesn't contains any output information. But if you want to write some data into a default constructor, so this is called default constructor. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So 1 second. So whenever you are creating an object, okay, a default constructor will be invoked, and this is the line of code, it will be executed. See, I'm pressing control button and I'm clicking on this one. See, the control is navigated to here and this line of code will be executed. Okay, so a constructor, so this is called default constructor. Okay, let me execute my program now. So this is my student.java and I'm going to run and clicking on Java application. Okay. What happened? So whatever I have written in the default constructor, that line of code executed. Okay. And okay. And I am going to write, okay. Oh, I am going to write one method name. Okay. Public void student data. Okay. Right. Public void student data. And I want to print system dot out dot println student name. Student number, student, okay, student name I want to print. So yes name. Control C. So student name and student number. Okay. Student number, and I want to print student contact. Okay. Student contact number. And I want to print, and I also want to print student college name. And I also want to print college address. Okay. Right now, I have created an object as S1. Okay. So can I call this method by using S1 dot student data? Because I can call, because by using object dot method name, I can call the required methods from the class. So I'm going to call the method. So S1 dot student data. Understood? So if I will print this information, what is the data it will be printed? I'm going to explain. Okay, so let me run this program. See, student. So this is the student S1 has student name. It doesn't contains any information. Student number, it doesn't contains any information. Student contact number, it doesn't contains any information. It only contains, okay, college name and college address. One second, college name and college address. I have to print that one. College name and college address. So let me run it. See here, for student S1 object has been created, but student name doesn't contains any input values. And student number also, it doesn't contains any information. Contact number also, it doesn't contains any. But college name and college address has been populated because it's a global data by default. So whenever you are invoking default constructor, the object values has not been assigned. Okay, if you want to create an object with the required set of input values, we can use constructor with parameters. So this is the constructor I'm going to use now. See now. So this is the same thing I'm copying, Control C, and I'm going to create a new object name as student S2. Okay, and I'm going to create S2 dot student data. So here student, I'm going to create, what is the first input parameter? Student number. So I'm going to create 100. And what is the second one? Contact. Okay, I'm going to create some number. And after that, I want to give student name. Okay, so I'm going to create Ravi. So if I will execute this program, so you will come to know. Okay. One second. So after system.out.println, I will write one line. Okay. See, the default constructor is invoked. There is no data, but college name and college address has been populated for S1. And see, parameterized constructor, the values has been given. So these values has been updated, and college name and college address by default, it will be applicable. Understood, everyone? So that means what is happening? So whenever you are creating student S2, so I'm pressing control button, the control is navigating to constructor with parameters. Here, this means So this is the student. So s2 dot s number is equal to s2 dot s contact number is equal to s2 dot s name is equal to. Okay, so this is the values it is populated. Suppose if I am going and creating one more student data, so I can create like this also. So student s3 is equal to, and s3 dot student data is equal to, I can create one more object with different input parameter values. So here student s3 got created. So whenever line number 44 is executing, so that means here this means s3 dot student number is equal to s3 dot s contact number is equal to s3 dot s name is equal to. So those values are populating, these values are populating. Okay, so these values are passing to these local variables, and these variables values are being assigning to this s3 object information. Got the point? So like that the data is assigning, and like that we can use constructor with parameters. Okay, so hope everyone understood. Okay, so far we know we are creating an object. So whenever you are creating an object, by default the default constructor will be executed, but no values will be created for the object. Whenever you want to create an object with the given input values, you can invoke constructor with parameter. Okay, so these are the values are passing to local variables here, and these local variables are giving information to s1 dot student, s2 dot student number, s2 dot s contact, and s2 dot s name. So like that it is working. Understood everyone what is the concept of constructor? So simply, what is a constructor, if anybody will ask? Okay, the purpose of constructor is to initialize the object values. Correct or not? So default constructor, it won't assign any new values. The default values will be assigned. Okay, see in s1 data the default value says if it is integer 0 or 0 it is populating, if it is string so null value has been assigned. Okay, and if it is constructor with parameter, so the whatever while creating the object we are assigning these values. So this is called constructor with parameter. Simply what we can say, if anybody will ask what is a constructor? Constructor, it is used to initialize the object values. Okay, so there are two types of constructors: constructor, default constructor, and parameterized constructor. Okay, so while creating the object itself we can assign the values. So this is called constructor with parameter. Okay, and where we are going to use this concept we will discuss later. Okay, so this is the first concept in constructor. So how do you write constructor means? So it doesn't, it is the same name, you have to write it, and you have to write it curling bracket and end curling bracket. And if it is default constructor, you need to write like this. Okay, so that's it. Now we are going to discuss about, okay, now I am going to explain about encapsulation topic. Still we haven't started abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance concept. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you. So here static means we need to understand what is the importance of static. Static means it's a global data for all the objects. Okay, you are writing WebDriver, you are right, you are I'm telling declare the WebDriver as static. That means driver is an object, I need to declare it globally. Okay, so that that driver instance can be available for all the methods. So that's why I'm declaring driver object as a global. Okay, so it's not belongs to particular object, it is belongs to all the methods. So that's why I'm declaring WebDriver as static. Okay, public static void main ఇంకా కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పలేదు. పబ్లిక్ స్టాటిక్ ఇంకా ఇంకా చెప్తాను ఓకేనా. సో దట్స్ ఇట్. సో ఎనీబడి ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ అప్ టు దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ before I'm moving on to the next concept as encapsulation? So this is the concept we are going to discuss the next topic. Anybody is having any doubts, online people or anyone? Hope. Okay. So the first concept is everyone is clear.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, starting class I missed. Sir, why we are not using WebDriver, sir, here?
That concept I will tell you later.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So in this class, I'm telling what is the importance of constructor. Constructor is simply to initialize the object values. Okay. So if you are using default constructor, default values will be assigned to the object. And if you are using constructor with parameters, constructor, so the specified values will be assigned to the object. What is mean by this? Means this represents current object. So is it S2 or is it S3? So S2 dot student number, S2 dot S contact number, S2 dot S name. So what is mean by this? If anybody will ask, what we have to say? It represents current object, whichever object that you are assigning the values. Okay. So that's it on the constructor part. So now I am going to tell you. Yes.
Yeah, sir. Actually, this default constructor is mandatory to write before parameterized constructor.
No. It's a default constructor. You no need to write mandatorily, but by default it will be there. But if you want to write any customized code, you can write it.
So directly we can use parameterized constructor, right?
Yeah. You can write directly parameter constructor. So default constructor we won't use generally, but what are the types of constructor? If anybody will ask, you need to tell these two.
Okay, sir. Fine. Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm going to create one student, one class. Here I'm not selecting public static void main. Okay. So simply I'm creating, so I'm going to explain encapsulation concept now. So I'm creating a student one class. So so there is no main method populated. If I will select main method, it will be populated. Okay. If you want to write main method, you can copy and write the main method wherever you want. Okay. So now I'm not using main method. Okay. So here student one. Okay, I want to declare some values. So student, okay, let me go to student class. So this is the data. Control C, and I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'm going to so the one, how to initialize the object values, if anybody will ask. Okay, we can initialize the object values in two ways. Okay, we can initialize the object values in two ways. One is by using constructor. Just now we had discussed. The another approach is encapsulation process. We can initialize the object. We can initialize the values for a specific object. Suppose student S1 is equal to new student S1. You are created one object. Student S2 is equal to new student of, and you created S2 object. But how to assign the values for a particular object? Okay, so so the default values are applying. So that is one way of assigning the values for a specified object. So now we are going to discuss how to assign the values. So I'm declaring these variables as private. So what is mean by private? I have to tell. Okay, so generally, so I declared what is mean by private. Will tell you again, because in Java we can write method names with the keywords as these keywords: public, private, protected, and default. You can write a method name with these keywords. Okay. So you can write the method names as public, private, protected, and default. So far in all the programs we are seeing public static void, public void, method name we are writing. So we can also write method name as private void method name. Okay, we can also write method name as protected void method name and default void method name. So these things we can call it as a access modifiers in Java. Okay, so this is a separate topic. By that time I will tell you. Okay, when should I go with private and when should I go with protected and when should we go with the default? We are going to discuss. This is a separate topic. Okay, so right now in the encapsulation process, so by default you have to declare these variables as private. Okay, what is mean by private? I will tell you again. So this is the student information. It contains student number, student contact, and student name. So for this student one Java class file, I'm right clicking and I'm going to generate source. Here is that source it contains. Yeah. So here it contains source. Okay. So I'm going to generate getters and setters. I'm clicking on this one. Okay, what will happen? Just observe. Okay, after clicking on generate setters and getters, so it is populated like this. Okay, I'm selecting student as contact, student name, and I'm selecting student number and click on generate. So what happened? I will do. So after clicking on generate, some methods has been generated automatically. So what is this? We will see. Understood, right? So there is a set student number. So this is the local variable, and set s contact. This is the local variable. Set student name. This is the local variable. Okay, and to get the student number, so get student number, get student contact, and get student name. This has been generated automatically. Okay, so by you, so you can. So I'm going to generate. I'm going to show you one more time. Just see. I have written a class, okay, and I declared these variables, okay, and I am want to generate setters and getters of this class, okay. Right click, go to source, click on generate getters and setters, and select these values. So just I have one more minute. Again, I will share the new link. So I'm clicking on generate getters and setters. So for this class, so setters and getters has been generated for every field automatically. Okay. So this is called a student. This people will call this one as a student bean class, student Java bean class. So like that people will call. Okay. So what is the purpose of this student one class? I will tell you now. 1 second. Okay. So I'm going to